Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania is taking legal action against Sonny Hostin and the team behind The View. Known for his casual style and no-nonsense attitude, Fetterman is stepping out of the political arena and into a courtroom showdown with the reigning queens of daytime TV. But how did things escalate to this point? Why is Fetterman turning from policy talks to lawsuits, and why is everyone so intrigued? The controversy began when Sonny Hostin, a co-host of The View, made some controversial comments about the senator. The View is famous for its fiery debates and unfiltered opinions, a place where clashes are the norm and politeness often takes a backseat. But even for this high-drama talk show, Hostin's remarks seem to have gone too far, sparking a legal battle no one saw coming.
This. While Democrats work on fixing past mistakes, a lot of Americans are disturbed about the future. Trump is terrorizing migrants by threatening to call on the military to round them up on U.S. soil. He's also imposing tariffs that everybody says could send prices soaring, and threats to punish the media who don't fall in line. Of all of that, Senator, what worries you the most?
Well, I mean, nothing really worries me, because right now nothing has really happened yet. I mean, Trump now is 6 weeks out before he's even going to be inaugurated. But America signed up for this. It's undeniable. He won the popular vote, and he ran the table, including my state as well, too. This is what America decided. So this is definitely going to go in a direction that a lot of Democrats aren't going to agree with that, but I'm going to be a part of that conversation. And there's going to be plenty of people that are going to freak out, or they're going to...
Before we dive into all the juicy details, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you stay updated on the latest Hollywood and political buzz. Here's the backstory. Senator John Fetterman recently made an unexpected visit to Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's Florida estate. And no, he wasn't there for golf tips or the famous Mar-a-Lago cheeseburgers. Fetterman, a Democrat, appeared to be trying to bridge the massive political divide that feels wider than ever. But Sonny Hostin wasn't convinced. She openly questioned Fetterman's intentions, suggesting his visit wasn't about promoting bipartisanship, but about cozying up to Trump and his allies. Her comments went beyond typical criticism. They came across as personal. Hostin essentially accused Fetterman of abandoning his democratic values for a spot at Trump's table.
I'm open to many of the nominees. I thought that's been part of the ongoing dialogue, that I've been happy to meet with all of them. And I think I've met with virtually all of them. And I've been watching the hearings, and now that's an ongoing dialogue.
Picture being Fetterman. You're out there trying to revive the lost art of bipartisan dialogue, only to have a talk show host accuse you of cozying up to the enemy. That's not just frustrating, it's potentially career-damaging, and Fetterman wasn't about to let it slide. Let's take a moment to talk about Mar-a-Lago. In today's political world, it's more than just a Florida estate. For Trump supporters, it's a symbol. For critics, it's practically the Death Star. So, when Fetterman walked into Trump's fortress, he knew he was stepping into a political minefield. But here's the thing about Fetterman. He's not your average Democrat. He's built his reputation on being authentic, pragmatic, and unafraid to break the rules. Whether it's his signature hoodie instead of a suit or his willingness to challenge his own party, Fetterman has always been a political maverick. His trip to Mar-a-Lago wasn't about aligning with Trump. It was about tackling issues that matter to Pennsylvanians. Still, the optics were tricky. In today's hyper-partisan climate, crossing the aisle can easily look like betrayal. Controversy over the visit was inevitable, but Fetterman likely didn't expect it to snowball into a lawsuit. Sonny Hostin's remarks hit a nerve. Sure, politicians get criticized on TV all the time. It comes with the job. But to Fetterman, this wasn't just another jab. He saw Hostin's comments as misleading, damaging, and reflective of a broader issue with today's media, the tendency to stir division instead of fostering understanding. So instead of shrugging it off, he decided to take a stand.
You will also have plans to work with the administration as to how to remedy a lot of the death and destruction that happened in Gaza as well. I know you've spoken about that. There's been a lot of soul searching on the Democratic side, people needing answers on what went wrong. Do you think that is helpful? And do you think there should also be some soul searching on the Republican side who need to analyze why they would nominate a convicted felon who ran on lies, threats of retribution, and concepts of a plan?
What's Fetterman's argument? He claims Sonny Hostin twisted the facts to create a sensational story, tarnishing his credibility and reputation. And in today's world, where headlines spread faster than ever, he's not wrong to be concerned. A single remark can shape public perception in ways that are hard to undo. But this isn't just about Fetterman feeling insulted. For him, it's a matter of principle. He believes letting this kind of commentary slide sets a dangerous precedent. It muddies the line between fair criticism and outright misinformation. For someone committed to fostering honest, productive dialogue, that's a boundary worth protecting. Here's where it gets interesting. This lawsuit isn't just about one senator versus one talk show host. It's a reflection of the larger tension between politics and media. Think about it. We live in an age where sound bites, memes, and hot takes dominate political conversations. Complex issues are reduced to clickbait headlines, and the line between journalism and entertainment becomes harder to distinguish. Fetterman's legal challenge raises some important questions. What responsibility do media figures have to ensure their commentary is accurate and fair? When does criticism cross the line into defamation? And how do we strike a balance between freedom of speech and accountability? These aren't just legal questions. They're questions about the very nature of public discourse in the modern age.
I mean, nothing really worries me, because right now nothing has really happened yet. I mean, Trump now is 6 weeks out before he's even going to be inaugurated. But America signed up for this. It's undeniable. He won the popular vote, and he ran the table, including my state as well, too. This is what America decided.
Sonny Hostin and the producers of The View, this lawsuit could be a wake-up call. While the show thrives on bold, provocative discussions, this case underscores the risks of taking things too far. What makes this story especially intriguing is Senator Fetterman himself. He's not your typical politician, and that's a big part of why this lawsuit has captured so much attention. Fetterman's brand is all about being a straight shooter, someone who's unafraid to call out hypocrisy, stand up for his principles, and reject the usual partisan games. To his supporters, Fetterman is a breath of fresh air in a world of political spin and double talk. To his critics, he's a wild card, unpredictable and sometimes abrasive. But whether you love him or hate him, one thing is clear. Fetterman doesn't back down from a fight, especially when it comes to defending what he sees as the integrity of political discourse. On the other side of this story is The View. Known for tackling hot-button issues with a mix of humor, passion, and occasional drama, the show isn't exactly famous for playing it safe. Controversy is part of its DNA, and that's why it has such a loyal following. Sonny Hostin, in particular, is one of The View's most outspoken voices. Her commentary often pushes boundaries, making her a polarizing figure. For fans, she's bold and unfiltered. For critics, she can be seen as crossing the line. This lawsuit may force The View to reflect on where to draw that line between provocative commentary and potential consequences.
Changed her tune. I think when they go low, you have to meet that energy and perhaps go even lower, become small like an ant and go to the Earth's crust. And what I will say is,
not cross
what I will say is, she said that she did not enjoy Trump's 2017 inauguration because there was no diversity, there was no color on that stage. She said there was no reflection of the broader sense of what America looks like, and many people took pictures of her, she just wasn't in a good mood.
To her supporters, Sonny Hostin is fearless and unfiltered. To her critics, she's reckless and inflammatory. In this case, Hostin might argue that her comments were simply her opinion, a perspective based on how she interpreted Fetterman's actions. But Fetterman's lawsuit paints a different picture. He's not just saying, "I disagree with your take." He's saying, Your take was factually incorrect and harmful. This lawsuit taps into a bigger cultural moment. We're living in an era where trust in institutions, government, media, even science, is at an all-time low. People are skeptical, cynical, and quick to assume the worst. In this climate, the way we discussed politics has never been more important. Fetterman's visit to Mar-a-Lago was bold. It was an attempt to bridge the divide in a nation that often feels irreparably fractured. But the reaction to his trip, and the fallout that followed, shows just how difficult it is to navigate today's political landscape. For some, any attempt at bipartisanship feels like betrayal. For others, being so entrenched in their own beliefs makes compromise impossible. And in the middle of it all, you have Fetterman trying to walk a tightrope over a pit of partisan quicksand. So, where does this all lead? The lawsuit is still in its early stages, and it's hard to say how it will unfold. Will it end in a settlement? Go to trial? Spark a larger conversation about media accountability? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. This story isn't just about Fetterman and Hostin. It's about all of us. It's about how we consume media, how we engage with politics, and how we navigate the increasingly blurred line between opinion and fact. At its core, Fetterman's lawsuit is more than legal drama. It's a reminder of the stakes in today's political and media landscape. It pushes us to think critically about the narratives we embrace and how they shape public discourse. So, what's your take? Is Fetterman a hero for standing up to what he sees as harmful rhetoric, or is this just another chapter of political theater? Whatever your opinion, one thing's for sure: this story is far from over. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.